everyone, and welcome back to Barker-Stargazer's YouTube channel, a general crafting channel which mainly does a whole lot of crochet. Now, I'm going to introduce you to something that my kids are very happy is finally happening. The jar!
Yay!
I've got twin one in the background just doing some air drying clay. Maybe she'll show you her glorious creation by the end of this video. Right, the jar is full of ideas that my children, myself and my husband have and want making. Some ideas in here are even series ideas. So like my eldest suggested crocheting a full chess set. So obviously that wouldn't be one video, it would be several. Twin one has put on that she'd like a lot of the Ladybug TV series characters made into dolls. I'm not against it, but that will be one hell of a series. And I've put in a series idea where I'd want to create something for each of the channels that I personally follow. So I'm going to shake up the jar. I'm going to see what we pick out. So obviously if it's a series idea, I'm going to leave it out and we will circle back to it. Close my eyes. Oh no, I dropped some.
That's the big one. I know whose that is.
Don't know if you can actually hear twin one now because I've got a nice mic shield, so hopefully this is helping with the sound. I do get comments still about my sound, so hopefully this will have helped. Steady that camera. Okay, what is this? Right, I think I'm crocheting this. I'll have to check in with twin two, because apparently this is twin twos.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess I'm doing a pink mushroom, or is it a tree? I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to get some more details.
It was a mushroom.
It was definitely a mushroom.
I think so.
It was definitely a mushroom. Mushroom with a green stem, a pink top, blue spots, blue tendrils coming off. I think this is pretty much based on the mushroom house that I already made, so we will quickly build up this, and then depending on how quick it is, maybe I'll be able to pull something else from the jar as well.
I'm all done.
Oh, are we all done? The clay creation is finished.
Made a strawberry.
A strawberry! Oh, when it dries, you'll be able to paint it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvellous.
Bye.
Bye. Right, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to take a lot of the construction for this as a pattern check on the actual mushroom house, which means that I might actually get that pattern published soon. Now, the green I've got some leftover green that was salvaged from the creeper that was also used on the frog. So this is in chunky yarn, so I'm going to be using that, and I'll be working in a 6mm hook. I've got some pink here that's also in chunky, but the only blue I have is this one, and it's in worst way or double knit. But there is a really nifty there is a really lovely little trick you can get to easily thicken up blue yarn. So what you do is you unravel a bit. I always take it to my arm length. You bend it, turn over the end, go all the way back to where you had this strand and loop it over again. So now you've got 3 strands of yarn on your hook. And what happens is when you reach the end here, all you do is pause and pull the yarn through the hook, and you keep on going like that. It's such an easy way to put 3 strands together. So that's what we're going to be working on. I have just noticed on the picture as well, there's a beehive on it and a little bee. So I am going to include them as well. Oh, that's a ladybug.
Ladybug.
Alright, okay, I can do that ladybug. Right, so that's a ladybug.
Yeah.
Okay, right, I need to know what colour you want for the underneath of the mushroom cup, because the stalk sits there and you need another colour to go underneath. Now you are having your spots in blue, so you can have it under it in blue, in green, or
under it in blue as well.
Under it in blue?
Yeah.
So, okay, because I was going to do white, so I'm glad I've asked you. Alright, okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm moving on to the branches now. Well, I called them branches on the original pattern, but here they're blue, so I think they're still branches. And then we've got to do a ladybug, some flowers, which I can't remember if there are flowers on the original pattern or not, a butterfly, which I do know is on the original pattern, a beehive and a bee. Now, as twin 2 asked, we have put blue on the base here. We've got some blue spots. Yes, they're not as dark as on the image, but she seems happy with everything so far. So we are going to have to design this beehive piece, and she did tell me off camera that she wants this hive big enough for the bee to fit in. So what I'm going to do for all of these extra bits is I'm going to go down a hook size, and I'm going to go down in yarn weight as well, just like I did on the original mushroom house. So I'm going down from chunky yarn down to Aran weight yarn, and I'm going to go down to my 4.5 hook. Yeah, I could just go down to a 5, but this is my favourite hook, so I am going to use it. Right, so back onto these branches. So I'm still just working through the pattern that I already have. When it comes to actually publishing this pattern, I am going to include all of these little extras, so you'll be able to decide for yourself how you want your mushroom house to look, because there are some like vines, stepping stones, and additional smaller mushrooms, as well as a door and some windows on the original one, based on the original AI image. Right, so I've done these 2 branches, including this one that has the circle. I've chosen not to do the inside. She might yell at me, but meh. So we've got the other bigger branch. There is going to be some wire in that. Now start designing all of the new pieces. So I'm going to start with these flowers. Twin 2 has said she doesn't mind if they're bigger. She wants them as quite a statement flower, so that gives me plenty of more wriggle room. Then we will move on to the ladybug, and then the bee and the hive. Right, I know from the comparisons of the drawings and everything that realistically my hexagon base of my beehive is already larger than it should be. However, I have spoken to Twin 2 and she does want the hive big enough for a bee to fit in. So I am going to take this out, I think another 2, maybe 3 rows. And then I'm going to start working on the sides of the beehive. So we've already discussed, and she wants the base to sit here and then the top to connect to this branch. And this branch will include some wire, so it'll be fully pausable. The beehive will just attach it to the branch, actually, I think. Yeah, if we just attach it to the branch, and then it can be moved and it can be leant against things. Right. Let's say I'm going to take this out 2 more times, and you can see I did 3 double crochet, that's UK terms, in 1 stitch, just to make sure I'm getting a very hexagonal look to this. I know normally when you work on the rounds, if you stack your increases, it can look slightly hexagonal anyway, but I really just wanted to emphasize it. it's time to put these together now. So I have my insects in the beehive. That is something that Twin 2 also requested. She requested the beehive be big enough for all of the items. So it's a little hard for me to get it on camera, bear with me. So we've got our base. I've put a ring of cardboard inside the stem of the mushroom, just to give it a bit more structure. So I'm going to stuff obviously the outside bits here as well as the interior. It'll be stitched to the base here. We have the flowers to go around, and I've also made just some little flower tops which I am going to also attach to the base around the mushroom top. The mushroom top itself has been stuffed. There is a plate there that will be stitched onto the top. These circles, the spots of the mushroom will be stitched on. This one has already been stuffed, this branch with the circle, so that can just go straight on. This is going to be the adjustable branch, so this has got some stuffing in, but it needs some wire in it. As for the insects, Twin 2 wants to be able to play with them. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to attach a bit of yarn to them with enough space for them to fly around. That's not going to work, she'll end up tangling them. Right, well, I'm just going to have to leave them in the beehive for now because she does want to be able to play with them around. So I was thinking the best thing to do would be to put a piece of Velcro on the back, but I have no Velcro left, and I haven't been able to find any in any local stores. So I'm afraid that'll have to be off camera when I do that bit. But I can at least get most of this finished and you can see the final effect. Alright, here we are. Here's our finished mushroom, complete with branches, beehive, and got some small flowers there. And we've got our large flowers. The beehive definitely does need some work. Some sort of structure probably would have helped it, even if it's just on the base. As I say, there is some wire in this top branch here, so this is completely pausable, but it doesn't really offer much structural support to this. So we've got our ladybug, a bee, and the butterfly. But it isn't my opinion or yours that matters. It's Twin 2's. Honest verdict?
I love it a lot.
You love it a lot. Is it exactly how you wanted it?
Yes.
Brilliant. And can we show your original picture?
Okay. Here it is.
Marvellous. Right. Well, this turned out to be a bigger project than I thought, with having to design several new pieces. So I will not have time to get something else from the jar. And also I've been instructed that I need to repair several toys. So when I'm done editing this video, I'm going to turn into Nurse Joy and open up a Pokemon hospital apparently.
I did finish the strawberry that I showed at the start of the video. But Stan needs agony. I did finish it, but the petal fell off. Aww. Do a big
Well, let's see. Let's see it right to camera. I still think that is a marvellous strawberry.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful.
It looks like a strawberry. What just really likes bunnies. So it took one of its petals off to make it look like a bunny.
Yep, I agree. It's a bunny strawberry.
Like cocoa.
Right, so bye YouTube.
Bye YouTube.